We're heading into Memorial Day weekend, and it's a time to remember men and women who sacrificed to protect our freedoms. And in today's Fitness Friday with Orange Theory, we have got Bryant Bass. He is the head coach of Orange Theory Fitness on Southside Boulevard, right?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Nice to have you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, so, we live in a large community of military veterans, and you yourself are reserves, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so a lot of the military are working out at Orange Fitness and trying to keep their health and, themselves active.
Quite a few.
And so how many would you say, like percentage-wise, would be at Orange Theory?
Roughly a good 30 to 40%, 30-40%.
So that's quite a bit. I mean,
Yes.
we have a lot here in Jacksonville, and so that's good that they're keeping up with their fitness. But how do you deal with a lot of their injuries or things that they've actually experienced or, having to get through?
Well, the process on when they do come into the studio, we ask every single person, are there any limitations to their body, whether it's a knee injury, shoulder injury, anything like that. So the process is pretty much the same throughout any person. So we always ask those questions. We get that need to know. That way, if there's a certain exercise within the class that day, that we do have that type of option for them, just in case if they're, don't want to re-injure or they're going through rehab, anything like that. So.
And about a military, I assume anyway, I could be wrong, but I would assume they're self-motivated. But you're behind them to motivate them even more, just in case.
You always want to have that big voice, that broad attitude. So, if you go to a coach, you want to be like, hey, I need somebody to motivate me. So that presence right there also helps, being from a military background. So.
And I like the philosophy behind Orange Theory. You're dedicated, you're a community, oriented business, shall we say. So you're always giving back and making sure that you're taking care of the military, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Whether it's a charity event or it's a type of 5K run, anything like that, or sometimes I even go to the base, I hold some classes there for those who don't have the opportunity to come to Orange Theory and things like that. So I also try to lean back like that too.
Okay, and so what if somebody wants to make those first steps into getting into Orange Theory? What are those first steps they can take?
Always tell them one step at a time. The first things first, you just have to show up. That's always the hardest part. To show up is always the hardest part. So once you show up and you actually get into the class, a lot of people get a little intimidated by certain workouts. So when you actually bring them in and they actually come in and you lay out the blueprint, then it's always great to build the foundation from there. So.
And don't you have a challenge this week that you guys are talking about, wanting to talk about?
A challenge this week. The challenge is to, show up and beat me at anything. So
well, I don't think that's possible. I don't know. You scared me when you walked in.
No.
Is that 50 squats or what is that?
50 squats. I would say more of like 100 push-ups straight. Nothing too shabby. No, nothing too challenging. No, but no. The challenge for anybody is just to show up and just be yourself and just relax about it.
But the great thing about Orange Theory is whether you're military, you're reserves, you're just a person walking in for the first time to work out, you actually, it's not a cookie cutter program. You actually work with each individual person and their capacity, right?
Yes, absolutely. Because everybody's different, from a single mom to a hardworking father to a young age kid just graduating out of high school. Everybody's always treated differently. So it's not going to be the same process throughout every person. You always want to make sure you have and kind of know that person. That way you can dig in a little bit more on why this hurts or why this may seem difficult or what way can I motivate this person. I may motivate you different than I motivate Sarah from Hodges, anything like that. So
you could go in baby steps. So maybe somebody hasn't worked out before and they want to get in there. You can take baby steps.
Absolutely. There's always, regression and progression to any exercise. And there's always ways you can modify a certain piece of equipment to that person so they can be able to go on with the workout.
And I love I've met several of the coaches in the facilities, and you guys are so motivating just to talk to here on set. But I can imagine you in your element.
Absolutely. I tell people whenever it comes to a workout, of course, the serious thing is that you want to lose weight, you want to get to your goals, but have a good time. Come in, have a good time. When you come into Orange Theory, it's all fun. We have the music, motivation, and you have each other. And once you have each other and you have that person next to you like, oh, well, this is hard work, and the person next to you
they're crying too.
Yeah, so
they're on the floor crying
too.
Makes you feel good. Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. All right, anybody can call in and they can talk about what special offers you have going on. Right,
absolutely.
Because you've always got something going on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
refer
perfect.
and receive or anything like that.
Yeah.
Your first session is always free, so
Oh, well then
also
that's a
great.
special offer in
Yeah.
itself. Free workout with you. All right,
Absolutely.
get in shape in 30 minutes or less. I like that. All right, well, we love having you here always.
Thank you so
and we
much.
love to thank Orange Theory for sponsoring this segment. And for more information, visit one of the 7 locations or otfjax.com. You can also call 904-238-5272 for that free workout.